candles low, you walking slow. Little half smile like you already know. Lip gloss shining on a Thursday night. T-shirt hanging but it fit just right. You say you're tired, I said lay on me. Let my hands talk when my mouth can't speak. I've been working all day for a moment like this. Every paycheck plan is your skin, your kiss. Late night for you. All this body on your body, that's the truth. Tell me where you want these hands to move. Every little fantasy I'm sliding through. It's a late night for you. Kissing on your shoulder, taste that mood. You ain't gotta ask, I know that view. Every curve a secret, only we both know. It's a late night. You climb on top like you own this throne. Phone face down, world unknown. You trace my name on my chest so slow. Every letter like you're not letting go. Whisper in my ear what you really crave. How you like it soft and you want that way. I ain't in a rush, we got all this time. Let the outside fade while your body says mine. Hey, late night for you. All this body on your body, that's the truth. Tell me where you want these hands to move. Every little fantasy I'm sliding through. It's a late night for you. Kissing on your shoulder takes that mood. You ain't gotta ask, I know that view. Every curve a secret, only we both know. It's a late night.
I want to talk about, got some late night vibes to share that have to do with reflections. I was trying to wait for more people to get in the chat because I got some real deep stuff that I want to share. If I have deep thinkers in the chat, I think you probably would really enjoy it.
Tell me where you want these hands to move. Every little fantasy I'm sliding through. It's a late night for you. Kissing on your shoulder takes that mood. You ain't gotta ask, I know that view. Every curve a secret, only we both knew. It's a late night for you.
Okay, so I'm gonna start. Thank you for joining me for this time to hear what I have to say. A late night reflection, protecting your light in a noisy world is what I called it. Protecting your light in a noisy world. Tonight, I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about drama. I don't want to talk about algorithms. I don't want to talk about who won the argument or who got canceled. I want to talk about something that existed long ago before social media and something that will still exist long after every platform disappears. The human spirit. Every generation believes it's living in unusually difficult times. And maybe every generation is right in its own way. The scenery changes, the technology changes. The problems wear different clothes, but underneath it all, human beings are still searching for the same things they've always searched for: truth, love, meaning, peace. The world can become so loud that we begin to mistake noise for wisdom. William Blake once wrote, "If the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is infinite. Think about that. Maybe reality isn't as small as we've been taught. Maybe our perception has become cluttered, cluttered by fear, cluttered by comparison, cluttered by endless opinions from strangers we've never met. Social media can become an incredible teacher or an incredible distraction. It depends on whether we're using it or whether it's using us. There's another quote from Blake that has always stayed with me. What is now proved was once only imagined. Everything around us, every bridge, every book, every song, every invention, every moment in history started as someone's invisible thought. Never underestimate the imagination. It isn't escaping reality. Sometimes it's creating tomorrow. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche said something that people often misunderstand. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Notice he didn't say life becomes easy. He said purpose changes your relationship with suffering. Everyone suffers. Everyone loses people. Everyone questions themselves. Everyone gets disappointed. But purpose gives suffering direction. Without purpose, pain feels random. With purpose, pain becomes part of the construction. Nietzsche also wrote, "Become who you are." That sounds simple until you realize how much of our lives are spent becoming who everyone else expects us to be. Parents have expectations, friends have expectations, employers have expectations, followers have expectations. Sometimes even the people who love us are secretly asking us to become someone more comfortable for them. But eventually, every soul has to ask, who am I when nobody is watching? Khalil Gibran wrote in The Prophet, "Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding." That's difficult to hear when you're hurting. Nobody asks for pain, but if we pay attention, pain often introduces us to parts of ourselves comfort never could. Compassion, strength, patience, humility, forgiveness. Those qualities rarely grow in perfect weather. Gibran also said, "Work is love made visible." I love that because it reminds us that greatness isn't always dramatic. Sometimes greatness is simply doing today's work with integrity, showing up, keeping your word, being honest when dishonesty would be easier. That's love made visible. Dr. Wayne Dyer offered a perspective that has helped countless people. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. He wasn't saying reality magically changes. He was pointing out something deeper. The meaning we assign to events changes the experience we have of those events. Two people can experience the same storm. One sees punishment, another sees growth. Same storm, different vision. Wayne Dyer also reminded us you cannot always control what goes on outside, but you can always control what goes on inside. That's not weakness, that's power. Because if your peace depends on everyone behaving, you'll never have peace. If your happiness depends on strangers agreeing with you, you'll never have rest. Inner freedom is one of the few things nobody can give you, and nobody can take away. Living in the age of social media creates a strange temptation. We start measuring our value through numbers, views, followers, likes, comments, shares. But numbers measure attention. They don't measure truth. History is filled with people who were ignored in their own lifetime and celebrated generations later. Never confuse popularity with value. Every time you open your phone, ask yourself one question. Am I feeding my mind or merely filling it? There's a difference. One nourishes, the other consumes time. I think one of the greatest acts of rebellion today is remaining kind without becoming naive, remaining thoughtful without becoming cynical, remaining hopeful without pretending evil doesn't exist. Hope isn't denial. Hope is discipline. Maybe tonight, instead of trying to win another argument, we could simply become a little more aware, aware of our words, aware of our actions, our reactions, rather, aware of what we choose to consume, aware of what we choose to create. Because creation has always been stronger than destruction. Do you know that? Creation has always been stronger than destruction. One honest conversation can outlive 1,000 angry comments. Before I leave you tonight, I'd like you to sit with one simple question. If every opinion disappeared tomorrow, who would you still be? If every opinion disappeared tomorrow, who would you still be? That's where your real work begins. Not becoming someone new, but remembering who you were before the world started telling you who to be. Take care of your mind. Protect your peace. Guard your integrity. And remember, the world doesn't become brighter because darkness disappears. It becomes brighter because enough people decide to carry a little light of their own. Thank you for spending part of your evening with me. Get some rest. Tomorrow is another opportunity, not just to exist, but to become a little more fully yourself. Thank you. You just encouraged me to continue this line of discussion. I appreciate you greatly. And I guess I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let's see how far this can go. Have a good night.